And yo, peace of the family. Another thing I want to talk about as it relates to Mauricio Sulaiman. Why don't you talk about how when certain fighters get popped with PEDs like Canelo, all of a sudden you raise the drug limit? Why don't you talk about how you find Subriel Matias not guilty of finding PEDs in his system, yet there was PEDs in his system? So you said you're going to find him not guilty, but place him on probation for a year. Well, if he's found not guilty, why are you placing him on probation? Probation is a form of punishment for a crime that someone has committed. Subriel Matias broke the crime or committed the crime of having illegal drugs in his system, yet he's allowed to fight and keep his belt. So don't talk to me about the moral high authority or you care about fighters. If you cared about fighters, why are you not caring about the fighter that Subriel Matias is fighting with that illegal banned substance in his system and you still allowing him to fight? Why don't you talk about, and shout out to Oscar Valdez, you're a good guy, I met him, he's a good guy, but why don't you talk about that situation with Oscar Valdez? When you allowed him to fight, put him on 6 months probation for having an illegal banned substance in his system. Why don't you talk about that? So don't tell me about no high road and moral authority. We want to help the fighters who are retired. You want people you want to charge people extortion fees, charge way more money than the other 3 sanctioning bodies, the IBF, WBO, and WBA. You want to charge 10 times more than what they want in order to feed the drug cartel or whatever you got over there in Mexico. Because we know ain't nothing but a bunch of criminals, drug cartels over there. We know that for a fact. You dig? So that's what this is all about. You want a nigga to stay in this place. Crawford, shut up. Do as you told. Stay in your place, boy. This ain't the 60s no more. This ain't the 50s. This ain't none of that. El Chapo in jail, homie. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. So focus on that. And Oscar De La Hoya, I got to circle back on you. You's a bitch. You know what I mean? Because another thing too, right? Your whole staff, as I said before, kind of fishy over there. You messed over your own Mexican fighter in Saul Canelo Alvarez because you was robbing him out of millions of dollars and making backdoor deals with the zone without his knowing. This is how he got out of the contract with you, and he ended up suing to get out of that contract that you signed him up for. So don't talk to me about you care about fighters. None of you promoters or sanctioned bodies care about fighters. All you care about is exploitation. You want to exploit them. You dig? Again, it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. I ain't tripping. But one thing about Coach Malachi, I don't need y'all for nothing. I'm going to defecate on De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, and Sulaiman. It ain't nothing you can do about it. You want to know why? Because it is what it is, baby. You dig? It is what it is. Take care of your business, man.